Welcome to another Divine Audiovisual masterpiece. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. At Divine Audiovisual, we build systems from the ground up. Everything is done in-house, from acoustics to system design with your audio and visual products to furniture and anything else that the room requires.
All right, guys, we just got done cutting out all our speakers, as you saw. So let's take a look. We got our overheads dropped. Jesus got the wires pulled over there. We're either going to patch that hole or just plate over it when we do the painting. We've got the side surrounds cut in. We're dropping new wires for those right now. You got the Pro-180 LCRs there in the back, all cut out, perfect position. Those are actually the one speakers in the room that were in the right spot. We're all set up front. Right now he's cutting out the box so we can run that 10 gauge wire. We're running a 10 gauge 455 strand count wire, full copper for the Heritage Cornwalls. And then we'll also be running both Bowers subs, either on the outside or the inside. We're going to see how that works out and what it sounds like once we get all of our acoustic treatments done. We also have our binary diffuser panel. It's a combo panel, so it's going to have the binary diffuser on the top. And then it's going to go right there. We're going to go ahead and cover over these windows. So the windows, the whole back wall is getting covered. And when I get Warren over here, I'll have him talk a little bit more about the whole design, because he's designing this whole acoustic system with our acoustic engineers. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and pop you back on the GoPro and some time lapse, and then we're going to go get all these speakers popped in. Let's get it going. Guys, we're here on day 3. So today our main goal is functionality. So we want this system working for them. It is the day before Thanksgiving. We want this going for their guests. You got the 3 48-inch ones in the center. I'm going to cover these windows. Got blackout cloth right there. So we're going to cover these windows with those, and we're going to remove that light fixture and cover over that column, because I want some symmetry back in this room, because these windows really bug me, as well as that column being off from the rest of the room.
All right, let's get into this system and I'll take you through sort of what we've got going on here. Starting with acoustics. All right, so we have on our sidewalls, these are absorption panels for our ipsilateral and contralateral early contact points from your left and right speakers, and of course from your center channel. All right, let's take you around to the rear. All right, here, this is a combination system. So we have multiple R value insulation in this wall. It's all connected, it's a one solid piece, so really nice system here. It has absorption and diffusion properties to it. So in the center here, this is called a binary amplitude diffuser. This is all in-house built by Divine Audio Visual. So the binary amplitude diffuser uses a two-dimensional pseudo-random array of 1-inch cutouts. And essentially it has absorption and diffusion properties to it, and it's tuned for a certain frequency range for this individual environment. What that panel does is it actually adds a little bit of airiness to the space, makes the room feel a little bit larger. All right, going overhead. So we have a cloud system here. So each one of these has R value insulation in it, and it is suspended from the ceiling to create that air gap. It's positioned above our prime seating locations. So these have different R value insulation for the front panels and the rear panels. And essentially what we're doing here is we're creating a perfect listening environment for the prime seating locations here. And our reflection decay time is absolutely spot on in this space. So we do not have, we do not have a lot of refraction. We created just a perfect amount of liveliness in the space, and it doesn't sound dead, it sounds real. Watching a movie like Top Gun Maverick is very, very impressive, especially in that early sequence. Bass is tight and punchy, just an amazing system overall. Okay, continuing with acoustics. So with these speakers, we chose the Cornwall. Fantastic, one of the best home theater speakers ever made. You guys definitely have to, a lot of people think of these as 2-channel hi-fi. Absolutely phenomenal in a home theater environment. But getting into acoustics behind these. So behind the speakers here, we have purpose-built panels for the speaker boundary interference response. So you get a little bit of sound that comes right through the back of the speaker, and you really want to pull your speaker around 4 foot off the back wall. Now, we can't do that in this space because we're limited, with our depth of the room. And so we built these SBIR panels to help mitigate that issue. And it really did work quite well. So we don't get that out of phase coming right back at us after our in phase. Okay, all right, now I'm gonna go ahead and take you through the sound system and through the video projection system. All right, starting with the side surrounds here. So we have the Klipsch 502L. This is an in-wall 90 by 90 Tractrix horn compression driver loaded THX certified Klipsch speaker. One of the best side surround speakers you could possibly use. We use them for front LCRs all the time. They're that good. In the rear here, we have the Pro-180rpc LCR. This is a directional speaker. We are using this as our rear speaker, and we've got them turned in sort of at a 45-degree angle towards the seating location, and it really does provide a very good rear surround solution for a room that doesn't have an ideal depth. So it's very, very nice. Obviously matching on the other side. This is a 7.2.2 configuration, for you guys who are wondering. For the overheads, we have the Pro-180 RPCs, and you can see that titanium tweeter is suspended above the main driver, which allows that main driver to hit really, really hard. You have a ton of excursion from this speaker. Helicopters in this room sound like helicopters. You can hear the engine, you can hear the blades. Such an amazing experience for overheads. Placement is spot on. Derek and the crew did a fantastic job with speaker placement in this room. All right, our front stage. The big bad boys, the Cornwalls. These guys are in the black ash finish. This is made in Hope, Arkansas, all by hand, signed by the person who builds them on the back. This is how a speaker should be made. They're made to the same standards that Paul W. Klipsch held his team to for many, many years, and still making them the same way or better today. So really, really impressive. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the driver system here. So you have multiple compression drivers. So you have your high frequency compression driver, your mid-range compression driver, all horn loaded, and then of course your main 15-inch driver with those huge ports on the bottom. This is a half horn loaded system, and I got to tell you that it is just spectacular, especially with the power that we've pushed through these things. So let's pop this back on. These are magnetic, which is really nice. Very nice. Let's get that bottom one in. Perfect. Okay. All right. So center channel. So behind the screen here. So we really wanted that cinematic feel. He's got a 2-channel listening setup, and then those switch over with a different Dirac Live calibration, and you're able to use it as part of the home cinema. So with our center channel, we went with the THX certified 504L. The THX 504L is very similar to that 502L, but it's actually got 4 of those drivers, those woven drivers, and it has that really strong high frequency compression driver, which timbre matches perfectly with the Cornwall compression driver. So absolutely phenomenal dialogue in this system. We'll show you guys a demo in just a second. For our subwoofers, we wanted something special, something that really hits hard and is super punchy. So we went to our friends over at Bowers & Wilkins, and we got the DB4S's. These things are ultra punchy, absolutely phenomenal bass. So this room does not have a bit of fat on it as far as that bass frequency goes. It's just tight, punchy, responsive, exactly what we've come to expect from these high-end Bowers & Wilkins subwoofers. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, now let's get into our rack system. So we went with a dual 12U rack system because we got some high-end components here and we really wanted to take care of them very well. All right, so for your amplification and your processing, your audio video processing, we went with the Arcam AVR-5. So very, very nice unit, Dirac Live capabilities, and so we've tuned this thing to absolute perfection with that. For our center channel, we are powering it with a Crown XLS 1002. So you've got some really good power output for that. And that's one of the best amplifiers out there for, if you're trying to get something that's a little bit more on the affordable side, but can still give you a really hard punch and great bang for your buck. And then as far as 2 of our overheads or rear surrounds are powered by the other Crown XLS 1002. And then of course our Cornwalls needed some serious respect. We want to give them the power and the total harmonic distortion that they deserve. So we went with the NAD M23. NAD M23 is probably my favorite amplifier on the market. This thing is spot on accurate. Listening to these speakers on an M23 is just a whole different world. You guys, if you haven't checked them out, you want to give us a call and come check them out in our Frisco showroom. We have this exact same setup, and we have turn-off processing. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the video system, show you guys what we're working with. All right, so the clients and I worked really hard to try to figure out what the best system for their particular room was. Now, originally, they came to me looking for a 6000 ES Sony projector. And once we got them to the showroom and we started showing them different options, we ended up landing with the 5000 ES and adding the MadVR NV Extreme. So the combination of the MadVR NV Extreme and 5000 ES outperformed the 6000 ES in certain aspects, and so that's why we went with that. Now, obviously, you'll get more benefit out of a 6000 ES with a MadVR combination, but for this particular environment and screen size, we felt like the brightness and what we were able to achieve with this combination was the best for his space. MadVR NV Extreme. So if you guys are not familiar with this product, go ahead and give us a call and talk to one of our engineers so we can take you through this and explain some of the serious benefits of this product. So the NV Extreme is an image processor. It goes between your receiver and projector, and it's able to do literally magical things. So we're talking some of the most advanced video processing features on the market. So you're talking about frame by frame tone mapping, nonlinear stretch, which can eliminate those black bars and do some amazing things as far as, turning your 2.39 image into a 16:9 type image. It does image enhancement settings, so your resolution enhancement on there. It's amazing what it's capable of. And when you get one of our professionals in there to actually set this up and calibrate it for your individual space, we can work magic with almost any projection system. So definitely something to check out. You want to come check it out in our Frisco showroom, give us a call. Okay. As far as our screen goes, this is a custom Divine Audiovisual flat woven screen. So this uses our Seymour AV material. Fantastic overall design. You get a really, really nice clarity from this material. As far as image quality, it's spot on. So you really get a very nice image, and it is 8K capable as well as your 4K capable screen material. So it's very, very good, and it's something we've used for a long time. And for our control system, so we're using Savant automation. So this room has a full app control, as well as a really nice classy remote with a glass touch screen. And it's got this metal back, which is a licensed Apple color. Very, very cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and get you guys into some demonstrations. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. We've got a bunch of cool videos coming your way. If you guys are looking to build a system and you're in the DFW area, we are the guys for you. So please give us a call, 214-600-4144, or shoot us an email. It's in the description down below. Let's get you into some demonstrations and we'll get you guys out of here. Thanks so much. I'm gonna get you guys a little demo here. All right, so this is a scene from Top Gun Maverick. This scene is particularly dark. This is in the beginning of the movie here. I'm sure a lot of you noticed that in HDR. So this is with tone mapping turned off on the NV Extreme. And now this is with it turned on. Give it just a second to switch over. And look at that difference. So I know a lot of you guys have seen some other videos online where you can't really tell the difference, and that's just because they probably don't know how to set it up properly. But we have absolute professionals that can set this system up to its full potential, so you guys can take advantage of everything that it has to offer.
Welcome to IMAX, the world's most immersive movie experience. Powered by a combination of the most advanced technology, we'll take you from the edge of your seat to the edge of reality. Enjoy crystal clear images and colors so intense they will take your breath away in specially designed theaters that bring you closer to the movies you love. Huge panoramic screens that allow you to escape into your favorite movie scenes, and immersive sound that will surround you from here, here, and here. We can take you from a pin drop to the thunder of a jet engine. So sit back and get ready to enjoy an unparalleled movie experience. IMAX, never compromise.
And the last scene here for you guys. So this is with tone mapping off. Still a very nice image on this 5000 ES. Keep in mind that we haven't disabled all of the settings on the MadVR NV Extreme, so it is making adjustments. I can't turn them all off unless I disconnect the whole system. So it's definitely enhancing the image overall, but the tone mapping is the key feature that most people latch onto. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this on. And there's your tone mapped image. So It's extremely bright. I mean, this is like brighter than SDR, which is really, really impressive. So it's almost hard for the camera to adjust because it's such a massive difference. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. You don't want to miss out on future builds like this. And of course, we do our Tech with the Tech reviews of the latest and greatest products in the industry. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys in the next one.